start with the Full Circle, which is a Kolsch. They actually are brave enough and even put the umlaut over the O in Kolsch to make everybody wonder what they're really up to.
Right, right.
And the Kolsch style is just really delicious and very easy drinking. It is the beer of Cologne, and it is one of the three ale styles made in Germany.
Right.
You've got the Kolsch, the Alt, and the Hefeweizens, the Weizen beers.
Right.
Other than that, it's all lager over there. But this is the lager of the ale world. Pale yellow malt. This one is actually made with German malt, and very, very delicate nose. Mostly, bready. Little bit of hop spiciness, but not much. It's really about the malt. Just a touch of very clean, neutral honey.
Right. And some it's not a requirement, but some Kolsches have just a touch of a fruitiness from the yeast.
The Germans being the Germans, they push the temperature down as far as they can to still make ale. This is a great style to introduce people to craft beer.
Yeah.
It's got a lot more character than any of the big American standard beers, but it's not a big giant leap. We're not asking you to go to a double IPA from a Bud Light drinker. Okay. A Bud or a Miller, drinker is going to taste this and go, it's a little more to it, but they'll understand where it's coming from.
Right.
You don't see a lot of Kolsch in the United States. What you do see, especially in brew pubs, is a golden or a blonde ale. But in many cases, they're making them in the Kolsch style because they're trying to be that introductory beer. If you got your father-in-law who's not convinced it with you, and it's a soft way to get them involved. And speaking of soft, this beer is very soft on the palate.
Yeah, I think this might be my favorite American Kolsch. I just think they really hit all the right notes on it. It's not too big, not too malty, it's not too fruity.
Nope.
Just the tiniest bit of hops. It's just got everything that you expect in the style.
It cleans up in the back of the tongue very nicely. It is very well attenuated, which is very, very traditional for them. Is that they're going to be a highly attenuated beer. Again, German being German.
Yep. And Kolsches, the real German Kolsches, there are only two, and we've done them both on this show, but there are only two that make it over here, Reisdorf and Gaffel.
Right.
And I can't even find Gaffel in Madison. The closest place I found it was in Chicago. And Reisdorf, although very good, is also a little pricey, and it's usually not in very good shape once it gets over here because it's such a delicate beer. It doesn't travel that well. Yeah.
I remember one of my first expensive beer purchases, and I think I've shared it before, was finding Cooper's Kolsch, Kuiper, or however it was like Kuyper. Again, with another one of those umlaut thingies that always confuse me. And I remember agonizing in the little grocery store in Ithaca whether to buy it or not, and it was probably all of $5 for a 6-pack, but this is a 1985 or 6.
Yeah, that was when $5 was $5.
Yeah, $5 was 2 pints, not one.
And unlike a lot of beers that we sample on this show, this one is not going to blow you over. This is a lawnmower beer. This is an easy drinker. It goes down easy, and you won't get too plowed.
No, but if you are putting together a beer dinner, this is a great beer to serve, especially if you serve it the very traditional way and don't give people a 12-ounce serving of it. Give them a small little tumbler, which is the way the people of Cologne. I don't know what you call them. Do you know?
No.
Okay. That's the way they drink it. They drink them in very small glasses and very quickly. My understanding, I haven't had a chance to be there. My understanding is that the people of Cologne, will stop and grab, a couple of small Kolsch the way Italians stop to grab an espresso on the run. You just sit down, you just walk up to the bar, grab them two, and move.
Yep. Traditionally served in a glass called a stange, and it's 0.2 of a liter, so it's tiny, and that's how they're. And they'll just keep nicking off the coaster and
the bar mat, and you just count them up.
And you got to put the bar mat on top of your glass if you want to stop, otherwise they'll keep pouring them. So I've heard. Anyway, beautiful beer, don't you think?
Very much.
Cheers.
Cheers.